What's up, Zoo? Welcome to episode number 5, I think, of Zoo Gone Quarantined. I'm here with our special guest of the day, Abby. Abby, how's life going?
Horrible. Quarantine?
Honesty.
Sucks.
I like the honesty. During this time, I would hate to admit it, but TikTok has become a large part of my life. I have just done something that I never thought I'd say before. I have become a junior high girl, and I've spent way too much time on TikTok. So, as I was scrolling through my TikTok, I don't know what the main thing's called. Feed.
For You page.
Story. For You page. There we go. Got my TikTok expert here.
Certified.
I found some pretty cool videos. I'd like to share with you guys what I'm calling this week in TikTok, the TikTok video of the week. Check it out.
Myself, gotta take the time to cut them off. I need her. I know how to make the girl go crazy when you treat her like your number one baby.
Wow. Dang. What'd you think of that video?
That was professional grade.
Like their moves and their arm motions and all that stuff. I'm blown away by
I
the
like
talent
the
these
jiggle
days.
of the head.
I just would like to say that although I'm maybe into TikTok and watching too many of them, I don't think I could ever reach that level of professional skill and talent. I would never even try to recreate that video, ever. But I did make this one.
Gotta take the time to cut them off. I need her. I know how to make the girl go crazy when you treat her like your number one baby.
There you have it. Hopefully you're impressed by my skill. Probably more of their skill. Comment below which one was better. Roll the intro. Dang it! Woo! All right, I'm gonna Well, welcome guys. Thanks again for joining us on Zoo's Gone Quarantined, episode number 5. Like I said, Abby's here with us today.
Hello.
Abby informed me earlier that she has not left her house in 2 months. What in the world have you been doing for 2 months?
Procrastinating on schoolwork and scrolling through TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah. I watched like 6 docuseries about like missing children. It was pretty interesting, actually.
Terrifying. All right, that's why she hasn't left her house in 2 months. She's scared to go outside. Rightly so. Abby, tell the people, if they don't know you, how long you've been at the zoo and what your role is at the zoo.
I am a zoo intern. I go to the school of ministry and intern at the zoo. And then I've been at the zoo for around 6 months, I think, now.
Heck yeah. Yeah, what small group do you lead?
I lead 8th grade girls.
Hey-oh, shout out to the 8th grade girls. If you're watching, give Abby a thumbs up in the comments.
They probably won't.
Probably not, but it was worth a try. So far of your time at the zoo, what has been your favorite zoo memory or thing that's happened? It can be small, big, whatever.
Actually, during one of our small group times, 2 of our girls weren't getting along, and I shoved them both into a closet and made them get better.
There you have it. Expert counselor right there.
Yeah, I had to literally pick one up and drag them out of the room.
That's junior high ministry in a nutshell. Okay, during your time in quarantine, what is something that you've spent way too much time doing that you're probably like the least proud of? Maybe the documentary series on missing children is it, but anything else?
I don't know, probably scrolling through TikTok for at least 5 hours a day.
You know,
You just get so
conspiracy
lost.
theory. What if TikTok started the coronavirus to make people spend their whole time on TikTok?
I wonder how
Think
much.
about that.
I wonder how much money TikTokers are making right now.
It used to be if you had 3 words to describe yourself, and then DJ came up with a great idea last time to now pick 3 items to describe yourself. What would they be?
Friendship bracelets,
It's a good item.
Vans shoes,
Nice.
and fast cars.
Cool. Those are some fun items right there. Okay, so if the junior hires had to pick 3 items, what do you think they would pick?
3
to
items?
describe you? Yeah.
Dumbbells. a volume knob,
Oh, that's a good one.
and I have no clue. The couch.
Couch, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. If you disagree or you have different items that you describe Abby, comment them in the comment section. All right, moving on to the deeper stuff. Abby, when did your relationship with God start? When did you start going to church? And then when do you think that you actually established your own individual relationship with God?
Well, my family raised me Christian. I've always been Christian. I used to go to church a lot as a kid, but we had a lot of issues with the church that we were going to, and then we just stopped going all completely, tried to do faith at home without a community, which was really, really difficult because I didn't know anyone around me that shared the same beliefs as I did, especially at school, which was really difficult. But we moved from Arizona to here when I was in the middle of 7th grade, and I had to learn everything new again, meet all new people, and now I was around a different side of my family that I didn't really know before. And growing up here, I met a lot more people, and I was more open to say that I was Christian.
Yeah.
And then in high school, I started coming to North Coast and started going to church every weekend and every Wednesday night at Collide. And that summer camp is when I really decided to take faith in my own hands.
Dang, that's pretty awesome. Was there a specific, at that summer camp, what made you decide hey, this is something I want to do? Was it a specific message? Was it a conversation? Was it just a slow progression?
It was a conversation I had with a friend that I had made at camp. We went, surprisingly, back to my hometown in Arizona for our summer camp. I was like, wow, I just can't get away from this place. But we went to, and we stayed in this really big house. And after small group, our time together, I sat and I talked about random theology questions with my friend Emma. And we talked for till 3 a.m.
Wow.
Just talking about random stuff. And that weekend I was like, I'm surrounded by people that love God and love me, and it's just, that's when I made my decision.
Yeah, that's awesome. So just thinking back, because that was how old were you in high school? What grade?
I was, I think 17. Yeah, I think about 17.
Relatively recent.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the biggest difference that you've noticed in your life that changed after that moment?
The willingness to serve others. When we first moved here, my main priority was to not get bullied ever again. And so my main priority was to make as many friends as I possibly could and get everyone to like me. And I learned very quickly that not everyone is gonna like you.
Yeah.
And then I became very selfish, and that I wanted everyone to, and I was trying to change their opinion of me. And when I, took that leap of faith, I was like, it's not about what I'm trying to make others do, it's how I can serve those people.
That's good. That's really good. Yeah, that's a great answer. And I think that's something most people, especially in junior high, struggle with. Because junior high is a phase of life where you're trying to figure out who you are and what you're good at and what your identity is. And I think the easiest, most natural response is a lot of times to earn it from people, or to try to show people, hey, this is why you should like me, this is why I should be a part of your group or fit in, or why I should impress you, when sometimes you're just never going to earn people's respect or them liking you. And the quicker you can get past that, I think is great advice. And maybe you've partially already answered it, but what do you think has been one of the biggest struggles or challenges or doubts that you've gone through in your life or your relationship with God?
Right after we stopped going to church when I was younger, I experienced a lot of bullying, and I thought God had really just left me out to dry and kind of abandoned me. But I realized that it was a really large growing point in my life, that I needed to realize not everyone is going to like you, and also that no matter what they say will not change of how God thinks of you. And I think it also showed me a lot of compassion for others, and that you don't know their story, you don't know what they're going through at home, especially in their home, you know. And I think that was probably something I had to learn at a very young age.
Yeah. So for somebody that might be in a similar situation, because I think there's a lot of people who go through that, and a lot of times aren't comfortable talking about it or sharing what they're going through. What advice would you give to somebody that is experiencing bullying or something along those lines? Because it's a pretty serious thing, and I think as somebody who's gone through it and is on the other side of it, I think you have a cool perspective that some people don't, and you can kind of give advice into that.
One thing that like my mom used to tell me is remember who you are and whose you are. Remember that you are a child of Christ and you are his, and that it's the quality of friends you have rather than the quantity. And so, I mean, now I only have like really 3 really close friends, and I'm happier than when I had, 20 acquaintances.
Yeah.
So I think just to keep your head high and find those friends that will stick by you and have those quality friends over how many friends you have.
Yeah. That's super awesome. It's great wisdom, guys. Listen to that. Nothing else to say on that topic. You said it perfectly. As a junior hire yourself, when you were at that age, what do you think the biggest misunderstanding about Christianity and church that either you had or the people around you had?
That if I were, full-fledged Christian, it meant that I was not fun and I was like prudent.
That is spot on.
Like all my friends, when I would tell one friend like, yeah, I believe in God, like I think Jesus died on the cross for me, and I don't know how it would come up in like conversation or anything, but they would be like, they would not from that moment on not invite me to any sleepovers because all they wanted to talk about was boys. And they thought I would have no clue what boys were because I was Christian, and that's not the case. I have eyes,
Girls, boys are bad. No.
And you go through like all these changes in, junior high, and you're just trying to find yourself, and for someone to tell you the one thing that you definitely know about yourself isn't fun, that's not fun.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I think that being Christian is probably more fun than not being Christian, so that's
What do you mean by that? Explain that, because I think all the time, I think the biggest thing is junior hires hear their parents say, hey, being a Christian's fun, or us as leaders, we say that, and at least for me in a junior hire, I remember being like, no way, like,
no, it's not. Yeah,
you're
I totally
old.
remember that.
Why would you, like, you don't understand. But as someone who is not old, why do you say that now?
I say that because I view life and the world around me in a lot more of an opportunist and optimistic way than when I was in the dumps thinking God had forsaken me when he really didn't. And now I just like, why not go try it? Push myself, and
right.
I think that everything is a lot more fun because I let it be fun and I have the right mindset. And that when I go camping and I just look around me, it's not just, oh, it's a boring set of woods. I was like, he created every little pine needle on every little pine tree. And you just like sit back and you're like, that is so cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a super cool way to look at it. Because I think it is true. And even, it's really easy to look at the world and everything that's going on and be really tempted or disappointed or let down by, hey, you know that you're not supposed to take part in this, or you know that you're not supposed to live this way or that way. And I think having the perspective of, looking at what God created and what he means to you in your life and how he's changed you, when you're able to have that perspective and mindset, it can completely change the way that you see the world and see life and see other people. And so I think that's fantastic advice and a fantastic way to look at it. Who would you say has had the biggest impact on your relationship with God and your walk with God, and why?
This is hard because I have like 2 people that influenced my faith so much. One of them is like my best friend Elena.
Uh-huh.
She went up in Collide with me, and like through like summer camps and winter camps, we became like super duper close. And I think we really push each other to be, you know, more obedient Christians. And it's just like really cool to me. I've never had a friend that like not only loves me for me, but also like wants me to be better in every aspect in my faith and out of my faith.
That's awesome.
The other one, he's gonna get so mad at me for saying it, but Joey Huntley.
Joey, shout out.
Made being Christian so much more fun, and being competitive with us and talking to us like we were actually people, not just students to him. And I think that was being treated like an adult when I was kind of in this weird spot of being between a child and an adult. It was like a big turning point in my faith.
That's awesome. It's cool. So how do you think, because that was awesome, you gave two people who are huge roles in your life. How do you, to a kid that's like, how do I find that person for me? How do I know if I can trust them, if I can talk about my life with them, and that they have my best interests in mind? How did you know that those two people who you mentioned you could trust and you could share and you could open up with?
I think the one thing about trust is if you want to trust someone, you have to be open to trust them. And I think that, you know, it's always going to be a risk whether or not you can trust somebody, but they're never going to earn your trust if you don't let them.
Yeah.
So one thing with when I was like becoming friends with Elena is that she proved to me over and over again that when I was going through something rough, that she would check in on me, that she would comfort me and come talk to me about it and let me ramble on for literally like 2 hours about how horrible my life is or something. And then she would be like, yeah, but really how horrible is your life? Like you have a roof over your head and food in your mouth. And I think with Joey, it was the same way, that he just proved to me over and over again that he was going to be there for me. He could always tell when if something was up, and that I wasn't in the right mindset, so he would pull me aside and talk to me one-on-one about it. So I think if someone just is proving to you over and over again that they care for you and they want to be there for you, to let them be there for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great answer. And I think for you guys who in quarantine right now, this is probably the hardest time to find people to talk to, or you know, we don't get to meet in person and see each other face to face, and it's a lot of times easier to share personal things or to talk about stuff that's going on in your life when you can actually see the person and have face-to-face conversation. But I encourage you, like if you're going through something and you need to talk and you're struggling or wrestling with things and stuff's just not right in your life, like don't let this quarantine time be an excuse or a reason why you don't seek help or you don't talk to somebody who you know cares about you, loves you. And so, yeah, I just encourage you, like, message us on Instagram, get your small group leader's phone number if you don't have it already. Like, there's a reason that we give you guys our phone numbers and let you guys contact us, and, you know, we're here to talk. And like Abby said, eventually you have to get to the point where you're willing to open up and let us, or your small group leader or your friend or your parent, whoever it is, be a part of your life. And because there is people that love you and care about you, you just kind of have to give them that ability to share and pour in. So yeah, it's awesome. One last question. If you had advice for junior hires now based off of what you learned, and maybe it's something you already said and you just want to summarize it into a quick little thing, or it's something new, or one last thought you want to share, what is that ending advice or idea or thought that you want to leave them on?
Things you do while you're in junior high, I promise you, will not break your world. Right now, even though it seems like a really big deal right now, you'll grow up and you'll look back at it and you'll be like, why was I so upset about that? And I think that it happens a lot even as like we get older. You get so wrapped up in the drama, or you get so wrapped up in a boy or a girl, and you're just like, they're my life. They're not your life. I promise you. Things will get better and your life will move on and you'll meet new people and you'll find that happiness doesn't come from a person but what you surround yourself with.
Yeah, it's awesome. Write that down, guys. Pay attention to
Take
that.
notes.
That was good. Cool. Now we move on to the ridiculous speed questions. All right. So this is a brand new question, but if it was the zombie apocalypse, which we all kind of are in quarantine and it's dangerous, but if it was the zombie apocalypse and you had to choose a weapon to use,
Okay.
a sidekick that could be real or fictional, right? And a location to either you're gonna hide and try to survive there, or you're just gonna make your final stand and just battle to the end. What's your weapon, your sidekick, and your location?
My weapon, I think, would be like an infinite ammo shotgun.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
I thought about it for so long too.
Unless you just look awesome doing it.
Yeah, just get off my property. My sidekick, I heard this sidekick name. It's not really a real person or a real like superhero sidekick, but it's
Fantastic.
Razor Boy, and it was from a BuzzFeed show. They were talking about like some serial killer, and I know
Missing children, serial killer.
I think they're
Guys,
interesting.
Pray for Abby.
And it was like a sidekick to Axeman. It was Axeman and Razor
Oh,
Boy.
Axeman's great.
And then I would probably, if I couldn't get my hands on an infinite ammo shotgun, I would probably take my fight at like a gun shop. That way
there
I'd
you go,
have
yeah.
infinite ammo.
Genius. That's a fantastic answer. Well thought out. Great
Thank
work.
you.
Okay, what is a fact about you that very few people know?
This one's really embarrassing yet really funny.
Perfect.
I was like 8 years old and I accidentally peed myself in a men's bathroom at a Walmart.
There's so much to that story that we need more info on. Number one, why were you in the men's bathroom?
Okay, I have to tell the whole story for it though. Okay, so we were at the Walmart because I was a Girl Scout and we were at a cookie booth.
Okay.
My mom was my leader. It was my shift at the cookie booth and I had to go to the bathroom very bad. We were also at a Walmart in the middle of freaking nowhere, and I had never been to this Walmart in my entire life. Everything in the Walmart was backwards than to the Walmart that I am used to over on Greenfield where I used to live. And I'm standing at that cookie booth and I'm like, Mom, I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Like, I need to go right now. She's like, you're not allowed to go until your shift is over. And of course, it's my mom. She let everyone else go on their potty break or whatever, and I was the one that had to stay. So finally, I get to go to the bathroom. I'm running through the Walmart. I go into the first bathroom, which normally is the women's bathroom, and it's not. It's the men's bathroom. And I run in, and I look to the side of me, and there's urinals, and there's 2 stalls. And I look, and there's a man staring at me, and I fell to the ground. I started crying, and I ended up peeing my pants. So 3 minutes later, my friends come running in after me. They forgot to tell me that everything was backwards than the one we were used to. I'm sitting on the floor, a pee puddle around me. My pants are soaking wet, and they went and told one of the clerks and called my mom, and she had to go get pants for me. It was
Wow.
quite embarrassing. I was like 8 years old.
I thoroughly enjoyed every moment of that story.
It's just a really chaotic story.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well done. Okay, I have asked this question in every video so far, changed it every single time, but here's the newest version. If you got in a fight with 50 angry toddlers, but you get armed with a, well, the other question was you get armed with squirt guns shooting applesauce. This time you can breathe it out of your mouth and it's boiling like a dragon, okay? And you're fighting toddlers who have the body of a toddler, but the head of a rat, so they can like bite you with their disgusting rat teeth. Who wins?
I'm not gonna lie to myself, as much as I would wish to think that I would win that fight, I'm too afraid of like rats and their giant teeth. If they were like rat heads the size of toddlers, that sounds terrifying.
Yeah,
I feel
that
like
sounds
the
really
50
scary.
toddlers would win in that one.
That was the point. Not even
Yeah.
with your boiling applesauce that you can shoot out of your mouth.
I feel like the rats would still eat it.
That's true. Rats are kind of that, they're like cockroaches where they kind of just survive anything.
Yeah.
Well, tune in next week to hear the newest updated version of that question. All right, celebrity crush.
Ryan Gosling.
Oh, Ryan Gosling. Good choice.
Thank you.
Great looking guy. Last one. This is a deep thinking one.
Okay.
How many holes does a straw have?
One. It's just one elongated
Interesting.
hole.
Interesting.
It's not 2 holes meeting in the middle. No, it's just 1 hole.
Okay, she's sticking to her firm answer of 1 hole. If you disagree, let us know. All right? There's many answers to this question. Maybe there's 0 holes. Because
It's just a
who
2.
knows? Yeah, I don't know. Is there 2? Is there 1? Is there 12? Who knows? All right, that's all we got. Thank you, Abby. We are going to play a ridiculous game after this. Maybe you've been wondering why there's eggs sitting here the whole time.
Oh my god.
Tune in to the game time to watch what happens with these. Bye! All right, everyone, welcome to Game Time. Today we are playing a fantastic game called Egg Roulette. Basically, the way this game is going to work is we have 10 eggs here. 5 of them are hard-boiled. 5 of them are raw. Abby and I are just going to take turns, and we're going to pick an egg. All right, as soon as you pick up an egg, that is the egg that you chose. And we are going to smash it on our face and pray that we got the hard-boiled one instead of the raw one. That simple. Once again, you get to see us get embarrassed and get gross stuff all over our face. It's really the way the game works. It's just pure entertainment for you and misery for us. So enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, here we go, folks. Abby, ladies first. Go for it.
Of course. I can't
you
put
already
it back,
chose it.
but
Yeah,
I kind
it's
of want
already
to.
yours.
I wonder. Okay.
It's just gonna
Just
make
on
you
my forehead.
whatever you want, you know. Ah, dang it. It's all right. There's still 4 hard-boiled in here. My chances are better.
That was hard.
Hey, Megan, where'd you put the hard-boiled ones? You're married. You have to answer. All right, let's go with this one. What do you guys think?
I really want it to be a raw egg.
Yeah!
Dang it! No! Okay.
Updated. There's 3 hard-boiled, 5 raw. I really should have just made them all raw.
Just keep
Tricked you.
smashing. This
Bad choice. You can feel it already. Terrible choice.
I'm so scared.
No! What is going on?
There are 2 left. What happens if they're all
You know,
raw?
you
Can we stop after they're all gone?
If you smell the eggs, you can tell the difference.
You can tell
That one for sure. Ah, crap. I know what it is.
Can you feel it?
Oh, dear. Oh, film ran out. Sorry, video over.
Oh!
Put that in slow-mo. All right, Abby. Your turn.
No. Oh. Okay.
Well, I got on my socks. I think I took off my shoes.
Oh, I feel like this one. One's
it's
a
dripping.
raw. Ew.
Yeah! Yes. 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 Ah! Gross. I love it. All right. That means there's 3 raw, 2 hard-boiled left. Let's go with this one.
Oh, it's in my hair.
I actually have no idea what this one is. This is
Egg whites are super good for your hair.
could be anything. Should I just do this one directly on my head, straight in my hair? Dang it! I was actually pretty confident it was a hard-boiled egg. Oh, nuts.
Oh no. Okay. So 2 and 2.
Yep.
2 and 2. Oh, I feel like this one's a...
Yeah.
I knew it too. I felt it. I was like, dang it.
All right.
picked the wrong one.
1, 2, or 3. Megan, 1, 2, or 3. Oh. Trust my wife. See if it pays off. Straight to the camera. Yeah!
Dang it!
Actually, the hard-boiled eggs kind of hurt when they smash on your forehead.
I know, my forehead feels kind of sore from the eggshells.
All right. 1 raw, 1 hard-boiled, which means you get the hard-boiled. I get the raw.
Yes!
Okay. Here we go for the last one. Same time. One of these is hard-boiled. One of these is raw. Here we go. We'll face the camera. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
Yes!
Hey, folks! Thanks for watching Zoo Gun Quarantine Episode 5. That's Abby. Tune in next week. See you later.